things are going on everywhere. It is not only in your area. It is happening everywhere. Well, before I dive into the topic for today, I want to ask you a question. What is your impression about single parenting? Sometimes it could be by choice, sometimes it is inevitable. I'd like to know your thoughts. Let me hear what you think about them, or if you are in that position right now, let's know your thoughts in the comment section. So once again, I want to welcome you to the family. This is a very big up from me. You are most welcome to the family, and you are at the right place at the right time. So, this topic is from Something for Singles. There was a lady that called in about her true life story, and here is what led her into into being a single parent. She said she was dating this guy and she thought they were both in love. She got pregnant and the guy said she should take it out. Well, she refused to take it out because, according to her, she has had an abortion already. But the guy wouldn't understand. He said she should take it out. So along the line, her parents found out. The father said they can't live in the same house. She should go back to whoever impregnated her. So she was on the crossroad and she had nowhere to go. She said she slept under the bridge sometimes and there was virtually no trade she didn't take on, and there was no odd job she didn't do while she was pregnant. She couldn't afford the hospital bills and all. Sometimes she slept under the bridge, just a lot. And finally she got a place. She had her baby and she's been managing with the baby. And then few of the family members started to support her and she started a very small business. While that was going on, she just focused on her child. She calls the guy sometimes, but he blocked the number a very long time ago. She just kept trying that. Probably one day he will pick up the call, but he never did. And last year, the guy called and he wanted to meet with her. So she accepted the invitation after a long pleading and all of that. And the guy even came to her family house, all of those things, sometimes men can be really desperate, She met with the guy outside the house and told the guy she didn't have the baby. She said the guy was so sure. And then he pointed to the child and was like, I have seen my child. He had the picture of the child in his phone, like, this is my child. And she was like, how are you so sure it's yours? Then the guy was like, I knew you never took out the baby. So imagine after 8 years, but what the guy actually wanted wasn't the lady. He wanted his child. According to him, his child. I'm trying not to be sentimental. I'm trying not to be sentimental here. So he said he wanted his child, that is his blood. The lady refused. So they took the matter to the court and probably the guy knows one or two, persons, and at the court they said the child belongs to the man. She should give up the child. The lady refused, that she would never do that. And after the whole court stuff and all of that, they agreed that, okay, the woman should, the lady should be in custody of the child now. And she said there was a time the guy stole the child from school. Like, he took the child without her consent, and they brought the baby back, and all of that was just going on off and on. So there was a day in particular this guy came physically, and she was the only one at home with the child. So there was this physical, hustle between both of them, and she refused. Then the guy picked up a cutlass, a machete, and cut her hand. She went to the police station to report the case and all of that. Now, if you were the lady in question, now this is a violent matter, right? And it seems like the guy knows people, but this lady is just someone who's been managing, and she and her family, few of her family members helping out. If you are the lady, would you give up the child? Or would you, if you are the lady, what would you do? Or if how would I put it now? What would you do? What would you do? If you know someone in that shoe, what advice would you give to such a person? So I have two questions for you today. The first is, what is your impression? And secondly, what would you do if you're the lady? Or what advice would you give to that lady? Should she give up the child, or should she hold on to the child? Now, her life is even at stake. Even the child can be kidnapped at any time. But after 8 years, you just give up the child? I don't know. I really don't know. Well, leave your thoughts in the comment section. And I hope this helps someone out. What would you do? If it's your sister, what should she do? If you're the one, what would you do? Would you give up the child after 8 years? Her life is threatened. The daughter is no longer safe. What should she do? Like I said, it is not only in your area, it is happening everywhere.